and welcome back to another Rapunzel School Want to Be here. Someone's back here in another video. Today's video is going to be a Disney tips and tricks video, and it's going to be the review of the Skyliner. So, I might do this for every transportation in Disney. If you like this video, then, well, yeah, if you want me to do more, then please like this video. Of each individual thing and like a review on them and how I think of them and all of that. So yeah, let me stop talking and let's go with the video. So my first thing is, so obviously there's different like there's different colors and there's different designs, let's say. So obviously you cannot pick what you get. You cannot, which kind of stinks, but just how it is. I have been on the Skyliner once so far, so yeah. So basically you can't, like, there's all different types of designs and all different what is it called, like colors and stuff. Like there's like different designs, like from movies, like Disney and Pixar movies, like Ratatouille and Monsters Inc. and so much more. So yeah, maybe you might be in like the design thing. But the only thing that I say about the designs is that it's harder to see out of the Skyliner. That's what I've heard. So the thing is that if you are in a wheelchair or I think even a scooter, there are like, I don't know how many, but I think it's like between 3 or 5 Skyliners that are kind of they're in the same track but in a different section, and they're in air conditioner just for those people, because like on how they go, like I don't know how it goes on or something, but if you have a stroller, I think you have to fold it up, just like the buses. I don't think you can just be, and maybe you could, I don't know so much, but yes, but if you do wheel in the stroller, obviously you can't fit the stroller and the wheelchair at the same time. You would have to either fold up the wheelchair or take 2 different Skyliners. But basically, yeah. So yeah, and they keep them like in a different section of it. So, and it's air conditioning too. The third thing is it only fits up to a certain amount. So I think it's, I want to say it's like between 8 and 10, I want to say. However, if you do have a smaller party, I noticed that they're going to start putting smaller parties together in one Skyliner. I have no clue how they're doing this with COVID being a thing, coronavirus being a thing. But that's what I've heard from. I don't know if they've actually done it yet or if they're just thinking about it, but that's what I've heard. I don't know if it's a rumor or whatnot, but that's what I've heard. But it's between 8 or 10 people I think could fit in the Skyliner. And the Skyliners are pretty big. I mean, like when you get in there and like when you're like in front of them, like the camera does no justice for anything practically. But yeah, when you're in person and when you see them and are in them, they do like, what do I call it? Like, they are pretty. Another thing is fear of heights. Let me start off with this one. First off, I have a horrible fear of heights. Horrible, like people will pick me up and I would scream their head off. Yeah. Especially when I was younger. But I have a fear of heights. That's most of the time I don't go on rides. The other part I don't really want to say because I don't want people to start thinking it, but whatever. But I know it's not going to happen, obviously, especially with Disney, because of their safety, if you know what I'm talking about. But basically, besides the point, heights. If you have a fear of heights, it's your call, really. you're obviously in an enclosed space, but there's like vent things open. There's like ventilators open at like the top, so like you do feel like a wind like from like going up in the sky, like from the wind like going against you and stuff. So you do feel that. But if you do have a fear of heights, it's really your call. I have a fear of heights, and I was completely fine on this ride, and I think I believe most people will, especially if they do have a fear of heights. But I was like completely fine on this, and I'm terrified of heights. But if it's like the shakiness and stuff, like don't worry, like it's very smooth. Yes, it will go up and down a little bit to go through each pole or whatever it's called, but it's very, very, very smooth. So yeah, I would really say it's your call, but me having a huge fear of heights, I was perfectly fine on them. One other thing is like smoothness, which I kind of said the last one, but this is again a very smooth transportation. I didn't really like there was no like swaying or anything, except for either when it went up or when it went down. That was the only time where I kind of felt swaying, if you want to say. I mean, I don't know, it's been a while since I've been on it because of coronavirus and it being shut down and not being able to travel and whatnot. But yeah, basically, like, I remember going down and remember the feeling going down, and it kind of goes a little fast, but it doesn't really, like, I mean, Small World's probably faster than that, maybe Pirate, yeah. Maybe the Skyliner is a little bit faster in Small World, but they have to be around the same speed as they go up and down. But basically, yeah, I would, and like fastness, like speed wise, it does go, like, it doesn't go the fastest, obviously. It doesn't go too fast, but it's very it's a nice speed that it goes to. Like, it's not too slow, but it's not too fast. Like, you know, like at Six Flags, like they have like the, like, you know, similar to the Disney Skyliner up in the air, and they're like a lot slower, I think. But basically, like with the Disney Skyliner, like it's not too fast, but it's not too slow. Like, yeah. So that's what okay, so where does the Skyliner go? It goes to, I'm looking at a map here, so it goes to 4 resorts and 2 parks in Disney. It goes, and you might have to do a little Skyliner hopping from each thing to the next, but so it goes to Epcot and Hollywood Studios, and those are the 2 Disney parks that it goes to. And then the 4 resorts that it goes to is the Disney's Riviera Resort, the Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, the Disney's Animation Resort, and the Disney's Pop Century Resort. So it goes to all of those. I'm hoping that it does extend a little bit more out, I guess. So like more resorts, at least more resorts have the Disney Skyliner, but hopefully that'll come in the future. Overall, my thoughts, opinions, all of that. This is actually my second favorite transportation ride. I don't know if you would call it a ride, but second favorite transportation. So that is a good thing, actually, but obviously, because they did have like a crash or something like that, like way in the beginning when they first opened the Skyliner, I really wouldn't think that it's gonna happen again because it's Disney. So I really wouldn't say anything about that. Not say anything about that. Like, think about like, oh my gosh, is it gonna crash? Like, no. Like, Disney is very good with their safety, and they always put your safety first, and they make sure, and they test it like constantly to make sure. I mean, I don't know so much about transportation, but I know with the rides, they definitely test things over and over again before guests actually go. Which I am assuming after the crash they probably tested the Skyliner multiple times before people actually and guests went on it again. But overall, I think it is a very good transportation thing to have around. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Plus every Wednesday and Saturday, make the access musically can sponsors be. And yeah, that's my review of the Skyliner, my overall thoughts and opinions and all of that. And my suggestions to everyone out there who is possibly planning a Disney trip or going to Disney. So yeah, I really would, if you have the time in your vacation to take the Skyliner, I certainly would do it, because it is an amazing experience, and I'm glad that Disney has built this for all of us. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and have a magical day. Bye.